Hi friends, this is Susie, your Candy Crush guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 3277, which is a hard level. We can tell by the skull and the stripes in the background, where we have 18 moves to clear out 57 jelly and collect 2 ingredients. 18 moves is so low a number, and this is relatively high, especially when we consider that we've got 5-layer thick frosting and licorice twirls and areas of isolation. We do have the UFOs that might be able to help, and we've got some stripes, but it is tough because we are on this conveyor belt and we've got the licorice. So what we need to try to do is to get these stripes to hit these UFOs. Made more difficult because we also have some licorice locks. So I would imagine this is going to take me a long time, and I actually have some indication of that because I've actually already tried to play this and was not successful. And I see that it's going to require luck to get this done. But on levels, see, I want to bring a stripe down, so now I'm going to pay attention to here, but I get a licorice. On levels where we are needing luck, here's the deal. It's not only luck that's going to be able to get us there. We can take a lucky board and completely destroy it by playing poorly. So when we have a board that absolutely requires that we have luck, that's when we have to play our best, because we have to take advantage of the lucky boards when they show up by playing super well. And I'm not doing that right now. I'm just kind of going through instinctively as I just kind of make moves here. But I will be giving you advice and examples the second playthrough to show you what choices I'm making and why. Alright, so here I would love to take out orange because orange would hit this off. I set this off. I don't have orange, and by the time I do have orange, if I can get to orange, I have very few moves, and this will have moved out of place. So I'm just going to take the only candy color I can reach, and that did set me up to do this. So I get 1 UFO. Let's watch how much impact happens here. Now notice that this is where we've got the ingredient dispensers. We have to get this open into a portal, have the candy come from this portal down and be collected here. And 1 UFO didn't even get us all the way there. I've also noticed that the UFOs do not hit the other UFOs, which is a shame. And then the other thing we need to discuss is the role of the licorice on this board. And this is where I'm going to pay better attention now and try to make some good choices. When I take licorice out on a turn, no new licorice should form, and when I don't take out licorice, that's when new licorice can drop down if we make a spot for it under the dispensers. However, sometimes there's a 1 or a 2 turn delay that prohibits us from getting exactly what we want when we want it. I would love to set this off and hit these guys, and I just can't. It's not set up, and by the time it comes over here, it's not likely to be intact. I'm going to work on getting through this thick frosting first. Okay, now I did take out licorice on the last turn, so hopefully this will give me a stripe. It did, but it's horizontal, not vertical. So that's one problem. I see an opportunity maybe to make a color bomb with orange. Didn't happen, but I got something here. So what else can I do? Well, I'm going to keep taking out licorice. I could have done that, or the blue there. I can do this, but it doesn't remove licorice, and I want to keep removing licorice so I can try to get something going from the sides. Now, of course, I don't have any licorice to remove. I do, however, have the opportunity to set up a color bomb. Yeah, however, oh, and I can't do that because everything is still blocked, so that's not populating. There's no candy there, so I can't move that over to take out that licorice. That's frustrating. I think I will hold on to this just a bit more. Another thing that I try to do is take out colors that aren't very prevalent on the board, so I can leave behind the colors that are more prevalent and try to get some traction that way. I'm actually going to do this. And then the problem is with this conveyor belt, when I make a stripe here, it moves right away. If I make it here, it can move into this position, and if I have the fortune of being able to move it, I'll take it. But this one, we would have to wait till it gets all the way down here. So that's not always a good opportunity. I do have this. I would prefer a stripe, obviously, with this color bomb, but I'm going to take this anyway because we do have to get through here. And notice this one's coming down more quickly than this one. And that's okay. Eventually we have to get it all taken care of. However, in the beginning, if we can just get one open, we don't need to have both ingredients come from their own individual spots. We can have both come from the same spot. So it's not really an issue. Gosh, I would love to get, I didn't even get one UFO done on this. So even though I paid better attention, I think, I still didn't quite get it. The one thing I didn't do is I didn't try to concentrate the colors down, but oftentimes we are restricted by the moves we have available on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording now that I've explained the mechanics of this, and then I'm going to try to show you a board that is both lucky and shows off some skill and gets me the win. If the next one doesn't show you a win, it's because it will show you some pitfall that I wasn't able to show you before, or some strategy, or things working out really well where I get very, very close so you can see what needs to happen. And we'll just hope that this happens sooner rather than later. Be back in a bit. So here I've got a lot of orange on the board, but I can't, I guess I could try to remove orange, but I do need to take out the licorice. There we go. Look at how beautiful that is. And it set off a UFO immediately, which is spectacular luck on a board like this. So I'm going to go ahead and use these right away. There's no way waiting will allow me to get close enough to the UFOs to take them out directly. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, maybe get those ingredients started more quickly, and try to set something great up here. Now I want to examine each and every possible move, and here I just don't have very many to do many things. I would take out orange if I could. I'm actually going to do this and take it out as a cascade. Orange is still a good color to remove, but is there anything better I can do? That removing a color is for if I don't have a better choice where I can make something right away. Wow, I really don't. Don't have a good choice. Okay, so this will at least allow me to take out a licorice and take out some frosting. Still not reaching into here very easily. I could take this blue. See how I'm being more thoughtful now? I could take this blue, which would take this out, and potentially set me up for a wrapped candy here. But I could also just do this and take out these guys here. I could do this and hope that there's more green on top and it blends together. I'm going to go ahead and do this because what I'm thinking is I've got this opportunity now to get close to the bottom. Oh gosh, this is looking pretty good. So if I can continue that and get close to the bottom, I might be able to get some stripes that hit along the base. Well, so now this is an opportunity here, and I think I have to take it, especially because this is going to go horizontally and take this out. So that upper area, which is harder to reach, will be gone now. And not only that, it will have set off that UFO. So this is looking like a really good opportunity. But will it be enough? There's that ingredient. Okay, so I have to think through absolutely everything. I can do this, and it would take out that little jelly over there, which would be good. Plus, it would hit these guys. It would send off the stripe that I would love to have here, but there's no way to get it to move here anyway. I do like this. I have to pay attention to the fact that I've got these little... Oh, I wanted that blue to show up. I've got these little areas that need to get gone. Here's my next ingredient. No big deal. Just going to let that drop into position. I could do this. There are a lot of things I could make with this, but everything is very explosive. If I try to do this, it's going to make a wrapped candy that's all going to explode. If I try to do this, that's going to make a wrapped candy that's all going to explode. I could make a color bomb. It would explode as well, but it would take out a color when it does so. It would take out the most prevalent color, and that might allow me to concentrate things down. The other option I would consider is trying to get this all the way to the bottom. I don't see that happening. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start with this and see what that can do. I really thought purple was going to be the most prevalent color. It was not. I'm going to take out that so it's no longer an issue. And then I'm going to make this stripe. I'm going to drop it into position. So much to be done. Here we go. Now that UFO unfortunately does not know where to go. And I'm extremely concerned about that. Okay. Yeah. I think at this point in time I should... I'm debating whether I should try to just take out a color or take out a licorice. I don't see how to get this set up with a stripe right away. Whew. Let's see. Anything I do at this point in time is going to require luck. What if this slides out this way? It does not. I need one extra move to get this done. I need to allow this to move over here and then put this together and then combine the blue. How can I combine the blue otherwise? If I do this, this drops down one position. It doesn't blend the green together. If I do this, it drops down one position. It doesn't blend the blue together. I think I have to use this. I think I have to remove a color and see what that does to the rest of the board. Let's do it. Let's take out all green and see if that sets me up with a stripe over here that I can use. It does not. At this point in time, if it were me, I would invest the lolly hammer. If you had any opportunity to have a lolly hammer to take that last one out, I would just hit it and be done with it. But I try to do these without the use of boosters to the best of my ability. And this is just my third playthrough for recording purposes. Although I was playing around with it when I couldn't record because I had some free boosters. So now you've seen what needs to happen and you've seen my advice as to how you should finish off the game. If you get a lot of luck to get to this position but not enough luck to finish it, then I would do that with a booster. And I'm hoping that this won't bite me because I don't want to play this another 100 times just to get a board quite this lucky. So hopefully I'll be able to be in this position again. And if I spend too much time on this and I'm in this position again, I will definitely use a booster to get it done. So be back here with another board in just a bit. Okay, I can't take out a licorice right away. Well, I kind of did actually. Although I'm not sure I get credit for those that come out as a bump where I make a move and then we get cascading. And I'm just going to keep taking out this licorice as it comes through. And there we go. Try to seat these onto the base here. Okay. One more. I'm going to take out licorice. Then I'm going to do this. There we go. I know, more licorice ended up showing up, but we got the UFO going. That's our primary concern here. Now what? Well, we'll go ahead and take what's recommended. Even though I'm not really enjoying these stripes here as much as I might on a different board. Yeah, we'll make a wrapped here. Try to break through. stripe, but I can't use it. But I might be able to get a color bomb. Nope. There we go. Now I can use it. So few moves left. I know this is one of those boards that has reduced moves compared to what it used to have. I could make this stripe, and it doesn't look bad, does it? But I still think, well, yeah, I will, because it does take out a licorice. All right, let's bust through. And then we have to hope for amazing cascading. Amazing would have been being able to get that color bomb set up with a stripe. But this is good cascading. Okay, so this is where I have to make my determination now. Am I going to allow nature to take care of things, or am I going to persuade the board? Okay, if I make this move here, I bring the orange into position, and then I can make a stripe, and I get a stripe-trapped combo. Here's the problem. I would need 3 moves to create this, and I don't have 3 moves. I do have a couple of opportunities here. I'm not going to use the UFO because the UFO is a very difficult booster to get on your own. And so if you don't have this opportunity and you have to use a booster, that might be tough. But a lollyhammer is a fairly common opportunity. So I think I'm going to use my free lollyhammer to take this out because it doesn't require a turn. And then I'm going to do this and hope that this exists in just a moment. Yikes. Oh, it does not. And then the question is, do I use another lollyhammer to get this done and say 2 moves? I do think that this will end up being captured. Let's do it. 2 boosters to get this done, 2 lollyhammers. I just kind of think that on a board like this, we've got to be proactive. All right. Is it this side? I never paid attention. I think it's this side. I think it drops straight down. Phew! It worked. All right. So that's how I beat this board. 2 lollyhammers, and I'm happy to be done with it. That was my 21st playthrough for recording purposes. Plus, while I had some boosters available the other day, some automatic boosters, a color bomb and a stripe-wrapped combo, I just goofed around and played around with the board, and I understood how tough it was. And so I'm happy to use boosters to get done with it. If this was helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.